Well, hello everyone. You have right here. I'm talking about understanding about the Apple computers and Apple products here, and based on what I heard, though, that you're thinking is toward. Oh, okay, yeah, that Apple pretty much means it's like a new addition of what you call for Apple products, and then the iPhone, and maybe for the Mac computers and stuff like that. But still, whenever it comes to advertising new coming soon features and functionalities and maybe anything else that you're going to be dependent on, right? And people may want to know too is toward it, yeah, that so if you do get any emails, and let's just say that maybe if it's any text messages of any kind about the from the Apple company or something like that, and the first thing that you think about is that yeah, what belongs to you whenever it comes to using the iPhone and any other device that you have, and you're thinking is toward oh okay yeah that so the way that this works right here is that you would like to know that what's up for market now, and people may want to know too that yeah you get excited about things, and you're gonna maybe say that hey that I would like to know what's available now than compared to what's available 1 year from now, and it sure seems that way that a lot of customers might even say too that hey that. I would like to know what's available for up for market now than compared to 1 year from now. But it seems like it's toward it, yeah, that in order to be able to explain your advertisements a lot of times, it seems like that one thing that I would use right here is that what belongs to you. And so it sure seems that way that when we do think about the Apple products and all that, that you always wanted to where okay yeah you can actually recognize this logo right here, and you actually recognize that this right here was put together like if it was in some source of ad or something like that, some source of advertisement. And your 102 is toward it yeah well if you do not have an account, then now's the time to go ahead and sign up for one and see if we can go ahead and get you approved for an Apple account. But you see this right here, one thing that I was thinking about is that if you use coming soon right here, do you think that maybe people would understand that a little bit more if you use coming soon rather than an estimate? You had to guess as to where, okay, yeah, we have some new products coming soon to our store, to the Apple store near you, but still, that we've been talking about it. Yeah, we've been talking about it for the past 4 years or something like that. You may have heard that before too. Yeah, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it for a long time. We've been, for 5 years. For 5 years that we've been talking about it, but want to know too that, yeah, that so far as years and in the course of accountability, so you always want to know too that your responsibility, accountability, responsibility, and you always warn us toward oh okay yeah that we all get excited over new products and services coming soon, but you always want to know too is toward it if you ask the question toward it some of these functionalities and some of these options here, some of these commands are not available, and so that's why it seems that way toward okay yeah originally that there was supposed to be a new feature that was supposed to be released this year, but then due to technical difficulties or such and such, and so that's why it seems that way toward it when we do speak about Apple products, so that our customer is looking forward to providing service to our customers, and if it's not ready, then if we have need answers, and so it sure seems that way that every time you do think about that, then your 102 is toward it. Yeah, we all get excited over new products coming out and all that, but still, that we begin to worry toward it. If it's not, if it hasn't been released yet, if it's not available to know yet, and let's just say that maybe it probably won't be released until next year or whenever, then you can just be honest with your customers here and saying this to where the hey this product is not in the stores. It's not working right or something like that. So that's why it seems that way to where, yeah, every time you think about it and you're warned toward it, yeah, a lot of customers probably do get excited over new stuff and coming out, but still, that people may want to know too that yeah, well, if you've already pre-ordered your product, yeah, if you've already ordered it, and people might say that, yeah, we have already pre-ordered our product. We have already pre-ordered our product here. We pre-ordered this item here, but then still we're just kind of like wondering that, okay, when's it going to be available? When's it going to be released? And so that's why it seems like to where that, yeah, every time you do think about that, and you're wondering any source of technical error or something like that, but you're coming soon right here. So everybody might say that if you want to kind of get your mind to where that what's soon to come within the next 3 years, what does Apple have to produce within the next 5 years within a service contract or something like that. But still, that you begin to wonder to where that yeah, we all get excited over new stuff coming out, but still, that if it's not scheduled to be released until later on next fall or so, and let's just say that if we put on here that yeah, this product probably won't be available probably until around the spring of 2028. And if you put that on there, and like everybody might say that, yeah, well, we don't want to have to wait that long. Why should we wait that long? Just for the new Apple products to be released or whichever. Like anything new, by the way. They say, yeah, by spring of 2028, that whenever this will be made available. And so it sure seems that way that in case if anybody's going to ask me that if you're going to be advertising coming soon products like that, and let's just say if you're going to put like a little in gold print or something like that. You have it like in gold right there. Put it on top of the app, or maybe right up above here. Like say, yeah. Maybe if there's like a font that you can use, to where that you can go ahead and use. See here, put it here, somewhere like that. And people may want to know too that yeah, coming soon. So it's coming soon to your nearest store, and yeah, the way you advertise it right there, spring of 2028 right there. And so it sure seems that way that whenever you do think about any Apple products, and people want to know too that yeah, it's here or something like that, or it's not available right now. Right now it's not available to know yet or something like that. But every time you think about that, and you always wonder toward it, yeah, for what belongs to you, it's like for the account, right? Anything that you bought in the past, or a lot of customers might even say that, what about my points and credits? Points and credits, those are another thing that also belong to you, which I would think so. That they say, yeah, what about rewards? Rewards and credits. Rewards and credits, those are paid to you just by you, for yeah, rewards. And so every time you think about any source of rewards or credits of some kind, that a lot of these companies might even say is toward it, yeah, some of those do belong to you. And but when we talk about advertising, note it it only takes you about maybe 15 seconds to look at every single detail right here. And if you were to actually look at it closely, and you begin to wonder toward it that, okay, yeah, do you understand everything that's advertised right here? And people might say that, well, right, at last year you said the same thing, but this year it seems like you're saying something a little bit totally different. That some of your options and some of your other functionalities are not available to know yet, but didn't you say that last year? And so a lot of customers might say that, yeah, that's what you said last year. That's what you said, that this app was supposed to be available, this functionality was supposed to be available. So it sure seems that way that, whenever you do think about that and you're warned toward it, you say coming soon right here, but a lot of customers might even say too that is toward it, yeah, I would like to know what's coming soon, but still, if I read this clearly though, that, you've been talking about it for 5 years now, and you always were toward it, yeah, if you gotten something about that, about, Apple products, or maybe the iPod or something like that, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, and you'd be going to wonder toward it, that, half the time you always warn toward it, that, yeah, we all get excited over new products and service coming soon, but still, do we actually have a release date for whenever some of these products are coming soon? And, you might even think too that, that yeah, the way that you advertise this right here, that, maybe why can't you just say that, 12 months from now that this product will be released? At 15 months from now that this will be made available to all members. So you plan ahead of time. Yeah, you plan ahead of time. And, why can't anybody might say if you get an email, and let's just say if it's in the middle of the night, by midnight that you would have a special offer or something like that, as long as you have an account and as long as you are in the systems to where that you get a promotion or something like that. But people might say that, yeah, usually between 10 o'clock and by midnight or so is whenever you would more likely see something like that. And they say that, yeah, it is, as soon as it's available, we'll let you know. But still, that people might say that, I remember them talking about that for about a year. I remember them talking about that for about a year, but it sure seems that way that, what's up with that? And so everybody might say that, based on your experience, though, that, in case of are you like, people might say that, yeah, looking forward to providing services to our customers, but if it's not ready yet, then what are you going to tell your customers? Well, it's coming soon, or no, it's not coming soon. If you've already pre-ordered it, or something like that. So at the time, you always want to know too is toward it, that, a lot of customers would say is toward it, if you even want to take a guess, or like you said, if there's going to be any new products or services coming soon to the Apple Store, then you could just explain about, do like an advertisement right here toward it. If anything, it's available by midnight. Instead of saying that, yeah, it'll be available as soon as 8 a.m., Monday morning, it'll be available. Like, well, how do we even know to trust these advertisements? How do we even know how to trust them, knowing about the fact that, whenever you look at these advertisements right here, and people may want to know too that, yeah, doesn't this look cool right here? We got this new feature, we got this new product right here, but still, it's like, people may even want to know too that, okay, so if it's not available just yet, if it's not going to be released until next year, that's not called coming soon. Everybody might say that anything that's going to be, it won't be released until next year, that's not called coming soon. That's, yeah, it'll be like coming soon, but a lot of customers might even say that, what I call coming soon means it's coming within about 65 days or so period, or maybe 90 days period, within about the 3 months period time, not 1 year from now. And so that is why it seems that way toward it, yeah, if you want to take a guess, or whichever, but still, you begin to worry toward it, that, if a lot of these advertisements to be clearly explained, and first thing I would think about is that, yeah, what belongs to you? You have your account, and people might say, yeah, what does belong to you whenever it comes to looking at these marketing ads? And people might say that, yeah, well, rewards and credits for one, but still, if you're talking about any other Apple products, and You're thinking is toward it the way that it's advertised. Why can't you just put midnight on there instead? But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.